The Crystal Vase, Part 1. I gripped Suzanne's hand while our gracious hostess went to get her little farewell gift for us. The visit with Anna had gone well, but I desperately wanted to get out of there and be on our way to the airport. Suzanne smiled nervously at me. I knew she was thinking the same thing. Meeting your ex in the aftermath of a breakup is never easy, especially with your new girlfriend at your side. But Anna had been so sweetly persistent about having Suzanne and me visit her, and she had taken our breakup so well, much better than I had thought. And there was no doubt I felt guilty about it. I had fallen in love with Suzanne the moment I laid eyes on her, and I knew the right thing to do was to break up with Anna so I could be with the love of my life. But still, it had been rough, and I felt grateful to Anna for behaving much better than I would have thought possible. Anna came back into the living room, holding something sparkly in her hands. "This is for you two. Oh goodness, you make a lovely couple. Honestly, Amir." She looked at me intensely, her dark eyes glowing with sincerity. "Believe me when I say I am happy for you." I mumbled something, cringing so badly inside I felt my teeth would shatter, and clumsily took the gift. A crystal vase. Anna was still talking. "I just thought of you the moment I picked this up. I knew I had to give it to you. I appreciate it so much that you made time to visit." Suzanne stood up. "Thank you, Anna. The vase is lovely. We must be on our way." "Oh, of course. You have a plane to catch. Off you go, lovebirds." Anna giggled, and Suzanne and I squirmed. Find out what happens next in part 2. In the car, we didn't say much. Anna has a rather overpowering presence, and it is possible I had downplayed her vitality and force to Suzanne. It was Suzanne who broke our silence as we approached the airport. It was a nice gesture, and I understand. It makes sense she would want to meet me and get closure. I parked, turned to Suzanne, and cupped her lovely face. "Listen to me. No more talk of Anna, okay? That part of my life is over. Done and dusted. It's you and me. No Anna. Get it?" Suzanne nodded, smiling. We shared a deep kiss, a promise of delights to come, and headed into the airport. Every mile between us and Anna made my heart feel lighter. Yeah, and knowing that soon we would be thousands of miles away brought a sense of joy that I had not felt for a very, very long time. Which was odd, given how perfectly and blamelessly Anna had always behaved towards me. Find out what happens next in part 3. Everything went without a hitch at the airport. Before we knew it, we were up in the air. I hadn't flown for a while, and I was excited and yet also scared. I had never been scared of flying before. I just put it down to nerves, as the takeoff had been exceptionally smooth. The plane was cruising steadily above the clouds, with only the thin blue sky above us. We were messing about with the entertainment center, teasing each other in that silly way lovers do, when the first jolt happened. At the same time, the pilot mumbled over the crackly loudspeaker to return to our seats and fasten our seatbelts. We held hands and smiled at each other. I knew, of course, that turbulence is just the plane falling into little potholes in the air. Nothing to be worried about. So when the next sharp jolt threw me against the sides of my seat, I continued smiling, although my muscles were stiffening with dread. The turbulence sharpened. Silence descended over the passengers. It felt like the plane was being hammered. Babies started crying. And then the plane seemed to fall a few hundred meters. A collective shriek went up as the loudspeaker cackled incomprehensibly. I gripped Suzanne's hands so hard that later she discovered 3 fractures in her finger bones. She cried out in agony and fear. The plane shuddered again, and a terrible whirring noise filled the darkened cabin. Find out what happens next in part 4. I saw Anna's glowing dark eyes, her deep smile, a little farewell gift. I heard the clacking of her heels as she walked towards me, something sparkling in her hands. "You two lovebirds have a plane to catch?" The plane swooped and seemed to fall again, and everyone shrieked. I bent frantically, grappling at my hand luggage, which I had stored beneath the chair in front of me. I scrabbled in my bag and found it, where I had shoved it down. The crystal vase. It glittered harshly in the flickering darkness, and something smoky seemed to move inside it. Without thinking why, I smashed it against the chair handle. Pain shot through my hand. Suzanne was crying now, hiccuping with fear and sobs. The vase was undamaged, my hand bleeding profusely. I put it on the floor and with all my strength stamped on it. I heard or felt the crack. I removed my foot. For a terrible moment, I thought the vase was still whole, but it slowly fell apart in 3 jagged pieces. I glimpsed a smokiness linger, and then dissipate. Blood from my hand dripped on the glittering pieces. The juddering of the plane stopped. Normal lights flicked back on. The sound of crying lowered into whimpers, but the dreadful screams of primal fear died down. Find out what happens next in part 5. The loudspeakers crackled into life. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Apologies. The turbulence is now over." Suzanne looked at the broken vase and back at me, her eyes still stretched wide but now full of questions. I raised my foot again and brought it down on the crystal shards, slowly but firmly grinding them into smaller pieces. Follow for more horror stories.